On the news, President Buhari, Vice President Osinbajo received jabs of AstraZeneca COVID-19 in Abuja. Ogun State government executing plan through urban renewal program. Former President Obasanjo blames mismanagement of diversity for red. U.S. head for $1 billion COVID-19 Senate is expected in the coming days. You learn more from failure than from success. Hello, you most welcome to OGTV News with me, Mojisola Sholaja. President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Professor Yemi on Saturday vaccinated against COVID-19. President Buhari acknowledged and commended the donors, development, private sector, traditional and religious leaders, political stakeholders who have supported Nigeria that the resources will be equitably administered.
Collaborative and united. It was driven by a collective knowledge of the fact that until every country is safe. The development of the coronavirus vaccine is quite significant and underscores the collective ability to overcome the pandemic. Similarly, the to equal access has brought
the chairman of the Fourth and Secretary to the Federation, Boss Mustafa, who described the day as memorable and the light, said it was made possible the sterling leadership qualities President Buhari provided in the national response to COVID. He said the President have demonstrated leadership by offering themselves to people to believe in the safety and the efficacy procured. I reiterated that soon no one will be able to travel without being vaccinated. Vaccines, he said, will be done in 4 phases and advised Nigerians not to listen to conspiracy theories, but to take the vaccines because it is safe. The benefits of all.
And because of the provided to the Presidential Task Force, every given time we had an opportunity of meeting attentively, and at the end of the day, amended of about 8 proposals or submissions or memos that we have sent to you, returned without an approval.
Dr. Osagi said the jab is a narrow gauge syringe used with in the upper arm. He said the after effects are mild and little discomfort follows in the area that was injected. Ehanire thanked President Buhari and Vice President for agreeing to the publicized vaccinations, saying it is the role of the health sector and reassure the public as to the safety and efficacy which have been of concern. At the brief ceremony where the President of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, Health, Dr. Sage Ehanire, Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Muhammad, and President, Professor Ibrahim. Also present were the Director General for Disease Control, Dr. Chekwe Ihekwazu, Director of Drugs and Administration Control, Professor Sola Adeyeye. Well, there's also and account SERAP as government to publish and vaccinating Nigerians against COVID-19. The federal December 2020 said 400 billion naira will be needed for COVID-19 vaccines. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency budgeted the sum of 10 naira to transport the COVID-19 vaccines to the 36 states and 74 local government areas, as well as territory and the 5 area councils of Nigeria. Reacting to the budget, SERAP advised executed with transparency and accountability because it is of public interest. The ECOWAS Vaccines Task Force has recommended compensation for citizens who suffer side effects from the COVID-19 vaccination. This solution task force and presented to the ECOWAS Ministerial Coordinating Committee to receive the vaccines. General West African Health Organization, Sir Stanley Okolo, disclosed this at the 5th Regional Steering Committee meeting of the Regional Disease Surveillance Systems Enhancement Project. The President, Buhari, and Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, COVID-19 Abuja on Saturday. Over 1 million Nigerians have already registered to receive the jab. COVID-19, the current administration renewal with housing and Abeokuta will be a capital. The governor of Ogun State, Prince this during the inspection of the ongoing housing estate in Kobo. Governor's office correspondent Tunde Olaniro reports that unprecedented 1,500 affordable housing units will be achieved by the current administration to bridge the housing deficit in the state.
Of the Prince Court Estate, Kenta, which was oversubscribed, the current administration decided to replicate the estate across the state. One of them is at Kobakwe in Abeokuta. The governor of Ogun State, Prince Akabiodun, who made an inspection tour of huge satisfaction.
As one opportunity that allows us to provide affordable housing for our people. But whilst as that, we have employment for the entire value chain of the building industry. So it's a win-win for us. The first phase of this project is of 2 and 3 units. Even this one that we just started roofing is becoming oversubscribed. We're doing in Shagamu, we're doing in Ikene, we're doing in Ijebu-Ode, we're doing in Ilaro.
Aside from bridging the housing deficit in the state, the housing project has solved other economic challenges like employment generation, capacity building, skill acquisition, among others.
And like one of them was telling me, there's an ecosystem around this place now, not just for the builders. You know how the people are selling recharge cards, person selling water, people are providing food. Flyer effect on the economy of this state, and particularly this corridor, this Kobakwe corridor. I do not have a doubt that the economy of this area will never be the same again. And as we replicate this model and breadth of the state, it begins to draw us closer to achieving our objective, empowering our people, and touching their lives in every way, particularly in the socio-economic way.
A total of 2,500 housing units will be achieved from all the housing scheme across the state. that Abeokuta, being the state capital, is being and will be made all state capitals in the country.
But we believe that as we reconstruct this road, which also allows us to employment for our people as well, it further opens up for industrial and residential activity. It becomes more attractive. In a gas pipeline that's going to run all the way from Italy to Abeokuta, so there will be uninterrupted power in the capital city as well. Like I said, Abeokuta city that looks like a capital. You will continue to have that befitting look of a capital city. So we'll do everything to ensure that
provision of affordable housing is one of the social welfare in the Share agenda of the current administration. Daniel, OGTV News.
The leadership challenges facing the nation has been attributed to the decision of God-fearing and good people to stay away from leadership positions. Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun, also identified of diversity as the ethnic made this known at a special program, Ogun State Baptist Conference, as it marks its Matthew Shomi reports.
The event was to President of Nigeria and a foremost Baptist, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, as he marked his 84th birthday. He addressed some issues affecting the Baptist Conference, the nation, and facing the country. Our president said he is very unconscious and to look beyond the current leadership of the nation head of problems in the country.
So, what should be explained now is how that we will live long, complete, and we will live in peace. That we should be thinking of what we don't leave it to everybody
President of Reverend Oyeniyi said the purpose of the program is to draw from his wealth of experience and celebrate him for his development of the church and the nation.
Most of the existing churches today, existing Baptist churches today in Lagos, in Abuja, in almost all places, he has one way or the other significantly the establishment of such.
Reverend Joshua Adetono gave
long life, and we will still see some people dying on the same day they were born. These are some of the questions that might go beyond what any man could give answer to.
Of the Baptist Conference praised the celebrant for his run to the development of humanity.
Are you following me? The faith, compassion, and then to he has been in the conference. He has aligned himself with the conference for a long time.
Point of view, cutting of the birthday cake as the celebrant was of appreciation. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
President Muhammad felicitated with former President on the occasion of his 84th birthday. A statement assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, President Buhari wishes the who has served the and huge dedication continued good health and happiness. President Buhari said the nation will continue with wisdom and statesmanship. On the 6th of March, 1909, late Chief Jeremiah Oyeniyi Obafemi Awolowo was born in Ikenne in the then Western region, now Ogun State. In the special report, OGTV X-rays of the great political practitioner and the
Chief Jeremiah Oyeniyi Obafemi Awolowo on the 6th of 2009 in Ikenne, Ogun State. He was an statesman who played a key role in Obafemi Awolowo attended various schools, including Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta, Wesley College, Ibadan, University of London as an external student with degree of Bachelor of Commerce. He went in 1944 to study law at the University of London and was called to bar on 19th November 1946. Jeremiah Obafemi Awolowo was the first Western Region and later Federal Commissioner for Finance and Federal Executive Council during the Nigerian Civil War.
Of millions of people for generations to come, affected by the wisdom which we here display. Leaders and our British partners prove themselves worthy of their trust. Is the time for us to truly to dedicate ourselves to seeking the greatest good of the great people in Nigeria.
He was the leader of the Action Group. Heavily changes and child health care across the Western region and established the first television service in Nigeria and Africa at large in 1959.
Few events in my life have given me so much pleasure. Formally, the first television in Africa. Western Nigeria television is already being emulated. Parts of this country, as in a number of other African states. I know that you will all gain from this great medium of instruction. It is a powerful influence for good. And I am confident that in due course, it will assist in making our great country even greater.
Advocated for true federalism as the only basis for equitable integration. He ran for president as the Party of 1979. Chief Jeremiah Oyeniyi Obafemi Awolowo died on the 9th of May 1987 at the age of 78.
The head of Celestial Worldwide, Emmanuel, the current administration in Ogun State, in its governance. The cleric made this known during the visit of Ogun Board of Celestial Church at Imeko in Imeko Afon of the state. In his words, the chairman of the Medicine Board, the board was created to accommodate everyone, providing necessary beyond orthodox practices. Commercial and Motorcycle Owners, Repairs, Riders Association of Nigeria, Akomaron, has been commended for its ingenuity at putting in place referred unions which has resulted in peaceful coexistence in the commercial motorcycles of the state. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun gave this commendation at a special empowerment program for members of the association to mark 1 year in office of Comrade Kayode, executive in the state.
Empowerment program during which items ranging from cars and motorcycles were distributed to union executive members and branch chairmen. Comrade Kayode is celebrating 1 year in office. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, representing Special Advisor on Political Affairs, Right Honorable Tunji Egbetokun, appreciated the administrative and leadership style, which recorded laudable achievements within record time.
But you have organized yourself in a way that surpasses my as per what the transport unions are supposed to look like. If all of you are graduates, you cannot organize better. If all of you are pastors, you cannot organize better. We believe that if you are educated, you will know how to do things better.
In his speech, the of the union, Prince applauded the enabling environment to enable in the transportation sector any bottleneck.
At national level, we have continued to project the image of the association and broker mutual relationship with relevant entities. Life of members has been concluded. Of understanding in respect of Akurai was signed.
Earlier in his welcome address, the state chairman of Akomoran, Mr. Kayode Shoumi, acknowledged the support of other executive members and solicited for further ensuring improved sensitization for.
We have been able to reduce stocking at our units and which trans operation minimum.
High point was the presentation of the items to the beneficiaries.
U.S. America's third major spending part in the pandemic can move forward. The $1.9 trillion plan has been championed by as struggling citizens. Democrats in the Senate compromised over the issue of federal unemployment benefit, lowering it from $400 to $300 a week, but 6 September. The Senate final vote on the package is expected. Death is the ultimate of mortals, and the most important in the life is to serve God wholeheartedly, to end the journey of life in a place of rest. Imam Abdul made this known at the burial of the former general television and Alhaji Matthew Shoumi reports.
As a mother of many, deeply religious, good wife, and a devout of everyone around her, Madam Wusila Aweni Shuaga has made her journey to eternity after 85 years of children were joined by as the remains of the deceased at Central Mosque. Imam Muhammad said the finality of death mortals must face, therefore every living to the will of Allah. Imam Muhammad declared that every to face challenge and prayers and supplication to Allah the challenges. The children, among whom were the former general manager of Ogun State Television and former General Katsina described their mother as a strong pillar of support in prayers and best advisor.
I regard her as my spiritual guardian. And I cannot thank you for spending with us. Mother of just 7 of us as biological children. Not biological children. Apart from that,
the mother as a great loss to the family. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
Well, I'll bring you with Sunday, 7th November. Apologies. You learn more from failure than from. You can now watch us live on these platforms: Apple, Roku, Facebook, and Android devices. You can also watch live on our website www.ogtv.com.ng or email at ogtv.com.ng. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.